Hey everyone, Tom from Notes from an Artist and Know Your Bass Player, and I'm probably from somewhere else as well. If you follow me on social media, and I'm sure you do, you have been enjoying my photo essay entitled 72 at 50. It's been 50 years since 1972, and I am expressing my opinion on why I feel 1972 was rock's best year. Now, I've been featuring guitar players lately, Buddy Guy, Albert King, Jeff Beck, but I feel the most important guitar album in 1972 was actually an archival release by Eric Clapton entitled The History of Eric Clapton. And there's Eric from the concert from Bangladesh on the cover. Nice photo collage of Mr. Clapton, slow hand. And for folks who like to read, there's liner notes talking about the songs in Eric's career. Now let's go back to 1972. Eric Clapton was off the radar. He was incapacitated due to what we'll call health issues. And he only had one solo record to his credit at that time, and that was the Eric Clapton album. There's Eric, and there's all the folks who played on the record and a couple of hangers-on. He also had another record out at the time, Derek and the Dominoes record, which was essentially an Eric Clapton solo album. This came out in November of 1970, and of course there's Eric Strat on the back with Dominoes, and of course another photo collage with all the guys. There you go, Bobby Whitlock, Duane Allman, the late truly great Carl Radle, and Jim Gordon. And Derek and the Dominoes did not fare so well in the commercial marketplace, but things were changing in 1972. You had the singer-songwriter movement with James Taylor, Carole King, Jackson Browne, among others. You had hard rock was at the top of the charts. Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple. Prog rock was really important and really big. You had Jethro Tull, Yes, and Genesis. So record company Atco needed Clapton product on the market, and that was Atco in the UK and I think RSO in the USA. I don't really remember. So akin to a jazz artist, what they decided to do was raid the vaults and put together a compilation record, which really hadn't been done for rock artists at that time. And the producers took tracks from the Yardbirds, from John Mayall's Blues Breakers, from Cream, from Blind Faith, from Derek and the Dominoes, and Eric's solo record. Now, this was really important to my generation. I was born in 1960, so I kind of missed the 60s the first time around. And we weren't unfamiliar with the Yardbirds and Cream and Mayall, and to a great extent, Blind Faith, although that stuff did play on the radio. And thanks to the inclusion of Layla on this record, on this twofer, it became a hit. It became a staple on FM radio. And that also brought Derek and the Dominoes back on the charts. Now, Eric remained active in 1973, unfortunately. He still had his health issues. So the record companies, again, raided the vaults. They put out Derek and the Dominoes Live, a pretty decent twofer, probably known best for its Eric Clapton gatefold there, and a couple more pictures of Eric in the back. And then, of course, in 1974, Eric waxed 461 Ocean Boulevard, which brought him back for good. The big hit, of course, I Shot the Sheriff, and what was it, Motherless Children, among others. And that was a staple on FM radio. I used to live near there, 461 Ocean Boulevard. But in my opinion, the best record that came out for guitar players was this one, because it had put everything that Eric Clapton had done, everything that was very important that Eric Clapton had done on one collection. And it was really concise and good move for the record company. And if not for this collection, who knows? Eric Clapton may not have reached the heights that he did during the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the double zeros, the 10s, and the 20s. So that's my opinion. Thanks for watching. See you on Notes from an Artist. See you on the radio. See you on the podcast. See you on the video series. See you on Notes from an Artist Live. And I'll see you on the street. Okay. Be well.